So the question of whether it's a comet or something else.
It's called 3I Atlas. It's currently making its way through our solar system, and we've been tracking its progress very closely.
This morning, we received reports that the object has become significantly brighter than anticipated. Moreover, its color has shifted to blue. This is extraordinarily surprising because typically, when dust surrounds an object, it should appear red. Coronagraph systems positioned throughout near-solar space are recording an unprecedented chromatic transition. The interstellar object designated as 3I Atlas during its perihelion passage has undergone a notable color shift from green bioluminescent emission to intense blue radiation. This wavelength change indicates temperature conditions exceeding those of the solar photosphere. The sun's temperature is 5,800 degrees above absolute zero, and it's extremely difficult to maintain a surface temperature higher than this. In reality, an object at 3 Atlas distances from the sun can only be 20 times cooler than the sun, so it should appear redder. This phenomenon has no parallels in the history of comet observations. Modern astrophysical models predict the opposite chromatic behavior. Objects approaching a star should display spectral profiles with redshift, as solid particles predominantly scatter shorter wavelengths and transmit longer ones. However, data from multi-platform coronagraphs show that 3I Atlas is now emitting in the blue spectral range, indicating internal energy generation exceeding 5,800 Kelvin from the sun's baseline surface temperature. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb has officially classified this chromatic anomaly as the 10th observational discrepancy and posed a crucial research question. Is this interstellar object utilizing active thermoregulation systems operating at temperatures exceeding natural stellar processes? I simply want to gather as much evidence as possible so they cannot hide these anomalies under the carpet of conventional thinking. That's my motivation. Therefore, I'm now initiating discussion with great interest, so we can collect as much data as possible, and by day's end understand who our cosmic companion really is. Let's consider the fundamental physical problem. Standard thermal radiation obeys Wien's displacement law. Higher temperatures produce emission at shorter wavelengths that appear blue, while lower temperatures produce emission at longer wavelengths that appear red. The transition of 3I Atlas from green bioluminescence to blue thermal emission under intense solar bombardment represents a reversal of expected heat dissipation patterns. An object's mass determines how much heat it can retain from its formation process, while surface area determines how quickly it can cool. On October 29, 2025, the object reached minimum distance from the sun, experiencing thermal loading of 770 watts per square meter. The geometric positioning of the object was such that it was directly behind the solar disk relative to Earth. Since October 21st, when the object disappeared behind the sun, 3 space-based coronagraph systems captured this transition. The Stereo A platform recorded approach data from Earth's leading orbital position. SOHO systems at Lagrange point L1 provided continuous monitoring. The GHOST instrument deployed in 2024 enabled examination of fine structural details. Collective analysis revealed systematic deviation from predicted cometary behavior. Physics dictates that comets should appear redder near the sun. Rayleigh, scattering redirects blue waves while red propagates. Cometary temperatures are several orders of magnitude below photospheric levels, resulting in infrared and red emission, not blue. Dr. Loeb, you mentioned 4 anomalies. Has this number increased? Could this be intelligent life rather than just a large rock flying through the solar system? I think with the blue color, it's now about 14 anomalies. August observations showed 3I Atlas had the expected green-red coloration. The perihelion data represents a fundamental deviation. Coronagraph images show clear blue spectral dominance. According to technical analysis, Either this chromatic shift represents an extraordinarily surprising discovery that challenges conventional understanding of natural objects' thermal behavior, or we're observing something unprecedented. Consider what this temperature characteristic means. The analytical framework poses a critical question. Is the object using internal energy sources, generating heat exceeding the sun's surface temperature? If confirmed, we're documenting technology capable of maintaining thermoregulation, surpassing stellar photospheric conditions. Capabilities several orders of magnitude beyond current human technology. The fact that 3I Atlas demonstrates blue spectral dominance while within the solar corona suggests active energy production, maintaining temperatures above 5,800 Kelvin. Coronagraph data shows a luminous envelope extending approximately 300,000 kilometers, approaching the Earth-Moon orbital radius. This corresponds with the massive carbon dioxide outgassing detected in August. New measurements indicate brightness enhancement rates significantly exceed those of Oort cloud comets. Research teams acknowledge that the mechanisms driving this remain unclear. No known physical theories explain the observed behavior. Currently, distributed radio observatory networks maintain continuous electromagnetic monitoring. Detection arrays scan for structured transmissions. Excess infrared signals could indicate propulsion systems, trajectory perturbations, or reconnaissance module deployment. Congressional committees are facilitating declassification of high-resolution imagery obtained in October. Observations could potentially reveal structural characteristics invisible through publicly available channels. What you're about to see demonstrates this is merely the latest in a systematic sequence of statistical improbabilities. This 10th anomaly adds to an extensive catalog. First, the trajectory lies within 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane, probability 0.2%. Second, material ejection in July to August was directed toward the sun's center. Every documented comet demonstrates the opposite pattern. Third, compositional spectroscopy revealed elevated nickel content compared to iron, consistent with terrestrial alloys rather than cosmic mixtures. Fourth, the approach vector shares identical celestial coordinates with the 1977 WOW signal, two events separated by 48 years pointing to the same spatial origin. Fifth, extreme dehydration, only 4% water compared to typical 80–90%. Sixth, chromatic transition from green to blue thermal emission. Computing the cumulative probability, less than 1 in 10 quadrillion, comparable to winning a major lottery 15 times consecutively. Most viewers will miss what December observations might reveal. On December 19, 2025, Atlas reaches minimum distance to Earth. James Webb's infrared systems will obtain direct spectroscopic data. LSST will provide high-resolution structural analysis. Dozens of facilities worldwide are coordinating the most intensive observation campaign for an interstellar visitor. Current models suggest the object will emerge with enhanced brightness. The blue glow may intensify. Loeb emphasizes that collecting maximum data is crucial. He argues that the implications of encountering alien technology would be enormous, and therefore we must take this possibility seriously. If Atlas is utilizing technology generating thermal output exceeding stellar temperatures, the required engineering capabilities surpass everything within current human developmental frameworks. Thermal signatures reveal energy balance architecture. Natural objects operate passively, absorbing solar radiation and re-radiating it at lower temperatures, creating red-shifted profiles. Active objects generating internal energy could potentially display blue-shifted signatures if processes occur above solar photospheric levels. This distinction fundamentally separates natural phenomena from technological systems. No previous interstellar visitor has demonstrated such a combination. Oumuamua exhibited non-gravitational acceleration without visible gas emission. Borisov appeared completely ordinary. Models range from extremely anomalous to physically contradictory. The culmination is that conventional models cannot explain this feature. What makes this unprecedented is real-time observation. This object is currently traversing our solar system, within reach of our most sophisticated detection infrastructure, demonstrating characteristics requiring explanations that don't yet exist. The global scientific community has mobilized all resources. Space agencies are coordinating data-sharing protocols. Military and civilian systems have synchronized detection. Professional researchers and citizen scientists are collaborating in the largest identification effort in observational history. 3 analytical frameworks remain. First, unknown natural physics. Our models contain fundamental gaps. Second, extreme, statistical edge case. Multiple low probability factors converged. Third, technological origin. We're documenting artificial systems from extraterrestrial civilizations. Each would revolutionize understanding. New physics would require textbook revisions. An extreme edge case would demonstrate how incomplete our knowledge remains. Technological origin would answer humanity's oldest existential question. The blue glow continues manifesting in coronagraph data streams. Stereo A continues observations as Atlas exits perihelion. SOHO tracks every fluctuation. The 2019 instruments are gathering data with unprecedented resolution. Within these data streams lies the answer that will fundamentally alter our understanding, either regarding physics or our position within cosmic frameworks. December will bring clarity. Meanwhile, you're witnessing scientific history being documented in real time, one anomalous blue photon at a time. The implications for future investments in space observation infrastructure and development of interstellar object detection protocols could prove revolutionary for the entire aerospace research and technology sector.